In this video, I'm going to be ranking the top 5 best cards for 25,000 MT, the top 5 best cards for 50,000 MT, and then the top 5 cards for 100,000 MT right now in NBA 2K23 Myteam. There's a lot of cards that have dropped in price a ton, so just want to get you guys an updated video where I go over the top 5 cards for these 3 different price points. So talking about the top 5 cards for 25,000 MT, I think the first guy we got to talk about is still the Galaxy Opal AK-47, a card that is amazing on both ends of the ball. He can be that lockdown defender, being 6'9" at small forward, 7-foot wingspan. He can be that lockdown guy on your squad with a 97 block, 97 steal, 98 perimeter, 94 interior defense. He's got really good Hall of Fame defensive badges, but the nice thing about AK is they also soup them up on the offensive end. He's got really good dribble sigs with the tray size up, the tray escape. He's got a good jump shot with the O'Shea base and the Miles Bridges upper on very quick timing, and then he also does have the tray fade and the Kawhi Leonard defensive stance. I mean, this card is a really good two-way card for only 25,000 MT and below. I think that's extremely good value for AK-47, and I do think is definitely going to be a top 5 card for 25,000 MT or below. So the next card here is going to be, I think there's a couple different center cards you can go with. I think Marc Gasol is probably the best, center card for under 25,000 MT. He only goes for, I think right now, about 20k, which I think is really good value for Marc Gasol. He's 7'1" at the center and power forward position. He's also got a 7'4" wingspan. And the thing I really like about Marc Gasol is, number one, he does pretty much everything on the court at a super high level. He can defend on the interior, he can run the floor, he can knock down threes, he can even play make, and also he's got a great jump shot, really good dribble sigs, and I like that he can play the center position. He has the size to play the 5, but then he can also slide over to the power forward spot and be athletic enough, have enough speed and a good enough jump shot where he can also be really elite at that power forward position. Next card here though for under 25,000 MT is going to be the Galaxy Opal Thurl Bailey. I think this one is about 25k. I think he's about like 25 to 27 for Thurl Bailey's hero version, but he's definitely going to be worth the extra maybe 5,000 MT at most, just because of his size at the small forward position, being 6'11" with a 7-foot wingspan. This Thurl Bailey card is basically just a budget invincible Giannis, where he's got that crazy good player model in game. He gets some of the best defensive animations, he's really good at going to the rim, and he also does actually have a way better jump shot than Giannis with the Tobias Harris base, the Cedi Osman upper on very quick timing, and he's also got really good dribble sigs with a Curry size up. That's super easy to use, and then also the John Wall escape. He's got the D-Mitch fade. Defensive tendencies are solid. All around, I think Thurl Bailey for 25,000 MT is one of the best cards in the game. And then for the last 2 spots, I think both these guys are really good for their position. For example, Kyle Kuzma is just a really good offensive small forward. For only about 20,000 MT, you get a small forward who's going to be on that AK-47 level. I'm not sure if he's better than AK, but he's got a way better jump shot than AK. The Kyle Kuzma base, the Kyle Kuzma upper on very quick timing is one of my new favorite jump shots in the game and has been since he came out all the way back in April. And he's also got really solid dribble sigs with the Kyle Lowry size up, the tray escape, and also the Dame behind the back. So you got a small forward who moves really well, has a great jump shot, and is super good offensively for only about 20,000 MT. And then to round off the top 5 best cards for 25,000 MT, I think is going to be a really cheap option, and that's going to be Galaxy Opal Joakim Noah. I know he only goes for about 5,000 MT, so he's going to be way under the budget price range of 25k, but still, he's an amazing center power forward card, 6'11", 7'1" wingspan. We know he's going to be an elite level defender, having a 96 block, 96 steal, 95 perimeter, 96 interior defense. He's only missing 1 Hall of Fame defensive badge, which is crazy for an Opal card. He's also got really good athleticism stats with 90 pretty much in those categories. And then they also gave him a super good jump shot with the Christian Wood base, the Scottie Pippen upper on very quick timing, and he's also got pretty good dribble sigs. So in my opinion, guys, these are going to be the top 5 cards for under 25,000 MT. Now to go on to the top 5 cards for 50k, I think the first guy definitely on this list is going to be Galaxy Opal Brian Scalabrine, and specifically his hero version. I think he's still a top 5 small forward in the game. He's 6'9" at the 3, 6'9" wingspan, and I've always said I think Brian Scalabrine is pretty much the perfect small forward card. I can't really think of any flaws. Like, he's got an amazing jump shot, the exact same release as Jonathan Bender, but on very quick timing. He's got the normal leaner, he's got the Steve Francis size up, the tray escape, dame behind the back, quick drops off one, front clutches. Those are the two best dunk packages in the game. He's also got basically maxed out defensive tendencies, and his stats and his badges are very, very elite for a Galaxy Opal card. So I can't really think of too many flaws with Brian Scalabrine, and the fact that he's only about 35k I think is going to be extremely good value for your small forward. Now, looking at the next card here, I think is actually going to be a center, and that's going to be Brook Lopez. Very similar card to Marc Gasol at the center spot. I think they're very similar, but I do like the fact that Marc Gasol can also play power forward, or Brook Lopez can only play that center spot. But at center, Brook Lopez is still going to be one of the best centers in the game, being 7'1" with a 7'5" wingspan. He's just a really good paint defender, has a great jump shot, 97 3 ball, and he's really good in the catch and shoot offensively. And I think for under 50,000 MT is probably the best center in the game besides Marc Gasol. And then the next card I do want to talk about is going to be another hero card, and that's going to be the Galaxy Opal Hero Hedo Turkoglu, a guy that's 6'10" at point guard with an amazing jump shot, like 6'10", 6'11" wingspan, has the John Stockton base, the Trae Young upper, on very quick timing, is such a quick jump shot, and also super easy to time with. So he's got a great jump shot for a 6'10" point guard, and all around great stats and badges. Then the next card I did want to talk about is going to be another point guard, and that's going to be the Dark Matter Shea from the Generational set. I think him and Hedo Turkoglu are closer than a lot of people expect. I will say I think the Hero Hedo Turkoglu is definitely a better point guard than Shea, but not to say that the Shea card's bad. Like, he's still a 6'6" point guard, 6'11" wingspan. He's a really good offensive point guard, having tons of Hall of Fame shooting and tons of Hall of Fame playmaking badges. His jump shot is super knockdown with the Shea base and the Shea upper on very quick timing. He's got the D Mitch leaner, which I absolutely love, and then he's got really good dribble sigs, the exact same sigs that Kyle Kuzma has, the Kyle Lowry size up, the tray escape, dame behind the back, and then he also does have quick drops off one and front clutches as well. So just if you're looking for an offensive point guard, I think Shea is going to be elite for only about 45 to 50,000 MT. And then to run off the top 5 best cards for under 50k, I do think is still going to be the Galaxy Opal Ricky Davis, a card that goes, I think, for around 30 to 35k. And he's still a really good, kind of similar to Shea. He's still going to be elite on offense, 6'7" at the 2, 6'10" wingspan, and we all know he still has that Seth Curry base, the Oscar Robertson upper on very quick timing, and it's just such a knockdown release. And he's also got really good dribble sig. So if you're looking for an offensive shooting guard for about 30-35k, I think Ricky Davis is definitely your go-to card. Now to talk about the last price point here, the top 5 cards for 100,000 MT. First guy I want to talk about is going to be the new Dark Matter Jonathan Isaac. He's recently just dropped to under 100k. I think he's about 80, 85, maybe 90k. He's 6'11" at the 3, 7'2" wingspan, and we know he's going to be one of the best defenders in my team, having a 98 block, 97 steal, 97 perimeter, 97 interior defense. He's got every single Hall of Fame defensive badge in the game, and it's not to say his offense is bad. He can still knock down threes. He's got some pretty good dribble sigs. Like, he can score the ball if you need him to, but he's just mainly going to be here for defense and be one of the best defenders in the game for under 100,000 MT. The next card I do want to talk about, though, is going to be kind of on the flip side, more talking, I would say more so talking about offense, and that's the Dark Matter Vince Carter, who once again just recently dropped to under 100,000 MT because he was in those promo super packs and he dropped a lot in value. Like, he was 150k, even maybe 175 only like a week ago, and now he's down to about 90, 95k, maybe 100,000 MT at most, and he's going to be a 6'6" shooting guard, 6'9" wingspan, and we know he's going to be elite on offense, having a 99 driving dunk, 99 vertical. That's the main thing about Vince, is he is literally unstoppable at going to the rim. He gets some of the best dunk animations in the game, at least from what I've seen, and then he's also got an amazing jump shot with the Kyle Kuzma base, the Vince Carter upper on very quick timing. He's got the Steve Francis size up, the John Wall escape, dame behind the back. He's just a really good offensive shooting guard, a guy that can score a lot of points for only about 90 to 100,000 MT. And then kind of, I would say, a mix of both cards in Ron Artest. He's a very similar card to Jonathan Isaac, where he's going to be a top level defender at his position, but then he can also score the ball very similar to a card like Vince Carter, and this card for only about 100,000 MT, I think is extremely good value at that point guard position. 6'7" at the 1, 6'10" wingspan. His defensive stats are absolutely insane with a 98 block, 99 steal, 99 perimeter, 98 interior defense. He's got tons of good Hall of Fame defensive badges, and then he's still got a really good jump shot with the Markelle Fultz base, the Rudy Gay up around, very quick timing, and he does have some pretty good dribble sig. So Ron Artest is definitely a top 5 card for under 100,000 MT. And then the next card I did want to talk about has actually gone down a pretty bit in price, I would say. I think he's down to about 70k, maybe 75, and that's going to be the Dark Matter Bill Walton, a guy that's amazing at power forward, being 6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan. And there's actually a chance you can get this card from for free, doing that equal chance pack agenda challenge, which all you have to do is win 6 clutch end games in a row, can be offline or online, and you have a chance to get one of these 5 Rush Dark Matters. And if you get Bill Walton, I mean, he's a super good power forward. He's an elite defender, every single Hall of Fame defensive badge in the game. He moves like a point guard, having the Garland size up, the Curry escape, Dame behind the back, quick drops off one, front clutches. And then if you can time his jump shot, which I'm still kind of learning, but if you can time his jump shot, he's such a good power forward card. And then to round off the top 5 cards for under 100,000 MT is just going to be the Dark Matter James Harden, a really good offensive point guard. Not much to James Harden besides his offense, but he's going to be 6'5" at the 1, 6'10" wingspan, has such a great jump shot on very quick timing, and then also elite level dribble sigs. And I think he's super fun and also not that bad on the defensive end, like most people would expect. But yeah, guys, that's going to round out the video. These are going to be my top 5 best cards for 25,000 MT, my top 5 best cards for 50k, and then my top 5 best cards for 100,000 MT. But let me know in the comment section down below, what would you guys maybe change about it? What do you guys think about my ranking? And hopefully this video did help you guys out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.